Okay. Um, we got a lot to talk about. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my home studio, where I make literally like everything. I make all my music here, do all my promos here. I do like everything in this room. And it's still messy as hell right now. But hey, so I'm rebranding, and this is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Funny enough, when I was writing the record, Lovers Are for Paris, my second record, that was actually going to be the moment that I did rebrand to my current name, which is now Lovers Are for Paris. And so this entire video is pretty much just talking about why that is, because obviously it doesn't seem very smart to be doing this at the current height of my career. But I am. I put in a lot of work changing account names and changing songs and talking to distributors and doing a bunch of stuff yesterday, so I can hopefully get everything in order. But yeah, so there's personal reasons, there's artistic reasons, and there's just general reasons of why I'm rebranding. The not cool, the really lame explanation is that I just think it sounds cooler. You know what I mean? But that's one of the very like slight reasons. There's a lot more that goes into it, so that's what I'm going to be talking about right now. So when I made Death's Last Dance, I was 14 years old. I didn't start putting out music until I was 15, but I started the band when I was 14 years old. And that's kind of crazy. That was a really challenging time in my life, and just it was very isolated. I was very lonely, and I was dealing with a lot of issues when it comes to sort of identifying what my purpose was in life, and I feel like most people around that age sort of deal with the same thing, or maybe not. Maybe I was ahead of the curve, but that's just who I am as a person. I'm very into the idea that everybody's here for a reason, and everybody has a slot to fill, and so I was really struggling with why I was here, what I was doing. And this all sort of came on around the same time that I was dealing with a lot of social issues and family issues, and the world was in complete collapse, and it was just a very hard time in my life. And so out of that came Death's Last Dance. I knew one thing, and it's that I loved music, and even more than that, I was really fascinated by trying to make music. And so, yeah, now I'm at a state where I've been doing this for basically 4 years under that name, and I feel like now I'm an adult. A bit of the maturity has changed, and I don't resonate with the person that I was in that time period, because there was a lot going on. There was a lot of baggage that I had, but I also just wasn't super happy with who I was as just a person, as a friend, as a brother. And so sort of the rebrand is sort of laying to rest all that old stuff, and really moving forward in a direction that came from me. Because when a bunch of turmoil in your life happens, it's really easy to become bitter and resentful, and that's a lot of what DLD was. It was my resentment, and it was my bitterness, and it was my heartbreak, and it was all that stuff. And you can definitely hear that on my first record, and a little bit less, but you can still hear it on my second record. And so, yeah, that's sort of what this rebrand means in an artistic vision, is moving past who I was and into who I am. And it's crazy because I've done 3 records now under the same name. And my third one, Hope, being the biggest and most well-received record to date. And just to be switching my name at the height of my career. My biggest fear is that it's going to alienate a bunch of people, and, you know, people aren't going to go out and find me, and they're not going to care. But, you know, I live by a philosophy that good music wins, and, you know, if people really love what I'm doing, and they're really stoked about it, you know, they'll find me. So, yeah, it's a step that I have to take for myself, and I've been wanting to do this for literally years now, and so it's crazy that now I'm finally doing it. I'm finally becoming, you know, who I am, in that artistic sense. So what does this mean for the music? Because I'm sure you guys you probably don't like the old stuff, but maybe that's just me talking, because I hate the old stuff. Well, it's a love-hate relationship. It was important, and I love that I made it, but just like, I'm not proud of it now, or as proud of it as I was when I first released it. And I think that just happens with all artists. You know, they go through changes where they get better at what they do, or at least in my mind, I'm better at what I do than when I first started. So I'm gonna be re-uploading all of my music, literally everything, besides maybe 2 EPs, I think, are going to stay as a part of DLD, because I kind of want to separate myself from that music, just because I'm not very proud of it. And yeah, so everything as far as my first record, Lovers Are for Paris, and then Hope, all of that music is going to be moved onto my new account, which is being created and is in the process of being created right now, which is Lovers Are for Paris, the title of my second record, which I guess is now my self-titled record. It's confusing, but obviously doing all that stuff takes time. Uploading 3 albums at the same time obviously is going to make my distributor hate me, but I did it, so whatever. But yeah, so it's gonna take time for everything to sort of get in order, so bear with me. I'm pretty sure most of my music is still up under Death's Last Dance, while my other stuff is being delivered to Lovers Are for Paris. But yeah, so that's sort of what's going on. And then I have this new record that I've been working on, that I was actually going to start releasing stuff February 7th for, but I now, unfortunately, am going to have to push those dates back a little bit. I do want to get new music to you guys as soon as possible, but yeah, I just have to. I'm sorry. But yeah, so those dates are going to be pushed back a little bit, but I'm really proud of that music, and I think it's a great foot to start off on for the rebrand and for, you know, my new alias or whatever, because I'm really proud of the new stuff that I've been making. It's really sick, and I think you guys are gonna love it too, which just makes it even better. That's what it's all about. But yeah, so that's sort of what my headspace is at. It might take some getting used to. If you guys are like, no, I like the other name better, so I'm not gonna listen to you anymore. Whatever. I don't really care. Okay. See you. Thanks for sticking with me through it, and please spread the word, or at least help spread the word. I would really appreciate that, because obviously it's going to take time for people to get used to it and understand why, and not every person that listens to me is going to see this video, so it's gonna make a lot of people confused for a little bit. But I'm sure that going forward the next couple of years, because I plan to be doing this for a long time, it's something in my heart that I just have to keep doing. But with that being said, yeah, that you can still call me by Death's Last Dance. I really don't care, because eventually, I mean, the people that know me as one name are going to outweigh the people that know me as Death's Last Dance. So if you know me as Death's Last Dance, that just means you're an OG, bro. You're OG, and I cannot thank you enough for being here right now. That's really special, and it means a lot to me, and thank you for 4 years, because a song that I released got taken down because I didn't like it. But 4 years of Death's Last Dance. Thank you so much. And here it is. I introduced to you Lovers Are for Paris. That's me now. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully I cleared everything. Hopefully I made sense and my rambling was semi tangible. But yeah, I might update you guys further when it comes to when that music actually gets uploaded. Hopefully I can claim all of my current accounts and I don't have to restart that stuff. 90% sure I can. If I can't, that's gonna suck, but it's gonna be for the better in the end. And yeah, so this is just a new age for me. And as far as musically, I'm still going with the same sort of style. Another reason that I'm changing my alias is because I feel like Lovers Are for Paris has a way more broad feeling to it, you know, whereas Death's Last Dance had a very specific sort of vibe to it. I feel like Lovers Are for Paris can be heavy, it can be soft, it can be emotional, it can be everything. And so, yeah, thank you guys so much. And I introduce to you me, Lovers Are for Paris. Take it easy. Love you.